Hey my smart pros, it's GINAMARIE, and in this video I am going to be doing a debt journey update. As I stated in my debt journey video, which if you have not seen how I got into 200K worth of debt, make sure you click out this video and you can actually watch that video first before you get into this video. But as I said in that video, I was on a debt journey and I was on a mission to pay off over $200,000 worth of debt. And so in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I paid $5,000 worth of debt in 3 months. Okay, so first things first, I have to say, this will be different depending on everyone's circumstances. Y'all gotta keep in mind, I'm single, I live by myself, my income is my income. I don't have to share with anybody. I don't have other people's mouths to feed. So that plays a huge role in my budget. But there are basically 4 ways on how I paid off that amount of money so quickly. 1, I learned how to budget. If you have not seen how I budget video, I will link that down below so you guys can check that out. Once I learned how to budget, I learned that I actually had quite a few dollars left over when I paid everything that I was supposed to pay, fed myself, and put a roof over my head, that I had extra money to pay down debt. So that is the #1 reason of how I paid off that much debt that fast. So as you guys know, I have a part-time job. I was working like crazy during that part-time job. I would literally go from my full-time job from 8 to 5, drive to that part-time job from 6 to 10, like 3 days a week and on the weekends. Got to the point that I actually had to stop because I was literally making myself sick because I was not resting. As even though it doesn't seem like, you know, it's just a normal day, but I mean, working 40 hours a week is a lot, and then throwing about another 20 on there is pretty deep. But I did do like about 20 hours a week at my part-time job until I got to a certain milestone. Then I was like, okay, you can relax, kind of chill out, and still work this amount of days and make this amount of money and still put a dip. So had a part-time job. My third way of how I paid off so much money in such a short time is I had side hustles. I have my YouTube channel, I have my Instagram account, I have my blog, and then I also became a social media manager of a company's Instagram account, and they pay me for that. How am I doing it all? I should literally make a video on how I stay focused and how I stay motivated, because guys, I'm killing myself, but I'm okay. And so I do have 4 side hustles. YouTube, I probably get paid with YouTube about every 2 months. I actually make more money doing sponsorships than I do with YouTube. So that definitely helped me pay down some of this debt. So if you see a sponsorship video, don't yell at me. I'm not keeping any of that money. It's literally going towards my debt. And so have that. Social media manager, I get paid weekly on that for a certain amount of hours, just depending on how many hours that I work. And that definitely comes in handy to have extra money. And then my blog brings in a little bit of money as well. So that has definitely helped me pay down debt. My 4th reason of how I pay down debt so quickly is my tax return. Before I started this journey, I had great plans for that tax return. Great plans. But instead, I started my debt journey and I had to be an adult. So I used my tax return to pay off 1 more debt. And so that was a big chunk of money. So I spent about $600 worth of my tax returns paying off a debt. And then I also was an adult and had to use some of that money to buy work clothes because I'm popping out of my work clothes. So I used some of that money to pay for my work clothes, and then I stuck the rest of it in a sinking fund for my car maintenance. And then my last way of how I paid off so much money that quickly is I did the debt snowball. But besides doing a debt snowball, I threw every extra money that I ever made at a debt. And I did the debt snowball by literally listing my smallest debts from top to bottom. And I did, when I paid off that first debt, I rolled that minimum payment into the second one. When I paid off the third one, I rolled it into the fourth one. And so I have literally knocked out, I told you guys I broke my debts into categories. So I literally only have, out of the first category, which is my consumer debt, I started off with 7 total. So I literally only have 3 left, and that is my Rooms to Go account, my Discovery card, and my Capital One account. My Rooms to Go account should be paid off in the next month if I go as hard as I did this month. And then I should definitely have debts 6 and 7, my Discovery and my Capital One, paid off by the end of the year. That is for sure. And then in 2019, I will start my bar loan and more than likely my auto loan. So that is my debt journey, where I'm at right now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, thumbs it up, and I will see you guys in my next video.